Have you ever wondered what you're going to do with pineapple? Pineapple is one that you don't see a lot of recipes for, and it's really good. Today we're going to make a pineapple bread. I have here in my bowl 1 stick, or the same as 1/2 cup of softened butter, and I'm going to beat that up just a little bit. And then I'm going to add 3/4 cups of plain white sugar. And I'm going to mix this up, beat it up really good, and then I will add 2 eggs. Add our eggs. And Michael's always saying, without the shells, Mom, please, no shells. So we're going to mix that up. Okay, we've got that mixed up. And now to that we're going to add, and I know your recipe calls for this to be later on, but I like adding all of my wet ingredients and then my dry ingredients. 2 tablespoonfuls of whole milk. And there's my big 2 tablespoonful measure. Add that to that. And 1/4 cup of pineapple syrup. Now I have drained a 14-ounce can of pineapple, and I'm using the juice out of there, 1/4 cup. Okay, set that aside because I'll need it later. Here in my measuring cup, I have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. To that I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now there's a difference between baking powder and baking soda. So if I say baking powder, that's exactly what we need. And 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm going to slowly add this to my wet ingredients. Okay, we have that mixed up good. Now to that I'm going to add 1 cup of my drained pineapple. And you don't have to pack it in there, just kind of loosely let it fit in there. Okay. And I'm going to mix that in with the spatula. Okay, and thanks to the miracle of turning our camera off and on, I've cleaned up my space, I've buttered my bread pan, and what I did was, whenever I warmed the butter in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then I dumped it in my pan, and then with the wrapper of the butter, I just buttered the inside of my pan here. And then to make it a little more special, I'm going to sprinkle it with sugar. Sprinkle that with just a little sugar. Put my batter in. Put it in a 350-degree oven, anywhere from 45 to 50 minutes. And then we will fix something for the top of it. Okay, 50 minutes has been up for us. Let's do the toothpick test and just make sure about 2 inches from the edge there. Nice and clean. We're going to let it sit here for anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. Let it totally cool, then we'll make our topping. Okay, our bread has cooled for 40 minutes. And the reason it was 40 minutes is because we were outside mowing in between rain. Okay, I have turned that over, and here I have you want something with a pointed edge here, and this just happens to be one of our little thermometers that we use for meat, and I'm just going to use the end of that, and I'm going to poke a few holes in it. Now you don't want a whole lot. Don't go to the whole end of the bread. You want it to go maybe, halfway, 3/4 full. All right, we're going to set that aside. I have here 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. To that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And 2 tablespoonfuls of the juice that came off of the pineapple. I'm going to give that a quick little stir. I want all of that to be evenly distributed in there because the heavier juice has a tendency to settle to the bottom. And with that, 2 tablespoon measuring spoon there. And then we're going to just mix that up. Okay, you can see that's a pretty nice consistency. It pours easy. It's not paper thin, but it's thin enough. And we're just going to kind of drizzle that over the top of our bread. Some of it will sink down into those little holes you made. And some of it's just going to set up on top of your bread. This makes a great breakfast bread. Have this with a little cup of coffee or tea early in the morning. It's light flavored, a light taste, not overpowering, and I really like it. Okay, I'm going to let that set there for just a little bit, and then I'm going to slice into it and have maybe 1 or 2 slices. Now, if you like this recipe when you try it, you might check out our pineapple cookie. I guarantee you'll like it.